Guten Morgen, muchachos. Welcome back to Football Digest Daily. My name is Nyash. Of course, we are in for game week 2 that was being played this weekend. We still have one game to go being played today. Newcastle versus Liverpool. I can't wait for that banger. But for the ones that have been played, I have to be honest, I have been absolutely giddy about them. They have made me happy, not gonna lie. Starting from yesterday, where Manchester United restored their factory settings when they met the team of their caliber. When they met Fulham, Manchester United were bad, not gonna lie. They were crap. It's not the Manchester United side we saw against Arsenal. Got me thinking like, yeah, maybe they were just putting a performance because it was Arsenal. You understand? So when you meet the big teams, you play well. When you meet the other average teams, you restore factory settings. Yeah, man. So even the goal that they scored, their game ended 1-0. The goal that they scored from a corner kick, I was thinking like, oh, they have learned something, these guys, right? But I see there was a push. There was a shove on Calvin Bassey that was not called. And then deflected off Mooney's from a header by Lenny Yoro. So, I mean, I honestly thought that was going to be checked and called and given, and taken away. But it wasn't. I don't know why. Just it is what it is. I'm thinking like, oh, actually, these guys have learned. And then, boom, a couple of minutes later, Smith Rowe comes from the bench, assisted by, who is it, Alex Iwobi. It's an Arsenal thing. You understand. Good cross by Alex Iwobi. I think it deflected from... Which player was this? Is it Raul or something? And then Nani just kicked it in. Or like tapped it in. What do you call him? Smith Rowe. Yeah, so my few takeaways from that game is like, buying deal is Kidogo suspect. Not Kidogo, is suspect. From crosses and set pieces, especially corner kicks. Oh, that dude. Manchester United fans, you're going to be having a long one. Onana better be back soon, because if that's the guy you're relying on to go into those goddamn corners and set pieces, you're going to be in trouble. His handling and commanding of the box in such situations, wanting. Ruben Amorim now has won 7 matches out of 30 that he has taken in charge of. Bro, that's like a whole season. I'm just saying, that matches are like almost a whole season. So a big question about that, I don't know, man. Sesko is not started as well. I don't get it why. They're saying maybe he's not fit or something. But it is what it is. Mason Mount started. Mateus Cunha was not the same Mateus Cunha we saw against Arsenal. Mbeumo was not the same Mbeumo. Bruno was not the same Bruno. Bruno was actually wanting in that match. He missed a penalty. Yeah, Manchester United got a penalty early on. He missed it, fluffed it, hit it over the bar. I mean, I was like, are we doing rugby here or something? Maybe the Portuguese team could do with such a player. Maybe he can play as a fly half for the Portuguese rugby team. So, yeah, Manchester United drew 1-0, a bit wanting from Manchester United. Then the other matches, of course, Arsenal, we beat Eberechi. Arsenal, we beat Leeds United 5-0 a fast game at home. Gyokeres scored a brace. The masked man has arrived. And, Uren Timber also scored a brace. Interestingly, Timber, a right back, had 2 goals. I'm telling you right now, Gyokeres has more goals than the whole of Manchester United. Timber has more goals than the whole of Manchester United. You understand? It's crazy. Declan Rice has more assists than any other Manchester United player. All Manchester United players combined, they have less assists than Declan Rice. No cap, I swear. So, it's not looking good for Manchester, but looking good for us. And the same day, we announced Eberechi. He has joined the Arsenal. I'll be honest, I'm very excited about this signing. One of the best that we can ever have. A guy who's coming back. You could call him a prodigal son. He was released at Arsenal when he was 13. Got rejected at Millwall, Reading, Wickham. Quite a number of teams before he finally settled at Crystal Palace. And now he's back. The announcement video, him and Ian Wright was just fantastic. When a player is hell-bent on joining your club, he's going to join nonetheless. And I understand, apparently, he's the one who called Mikel Arteta. I don't recall the last time you hear players calling managers. It's managers who call players. Eze called Arteta, those ones of like, are you sure you guys are not going to make the move? Before I signed for Spurs, because he was on the verge of signing for Spurs, everything had been agreed. He had agreed the terms with Spurs. Spurs had agreed terms with Crystal Palace. He was just about to sign on the dotted line. Cross the T's and dot the I's. He was about to do that. He called us and was like, oi, you guys are not making the move, I'm a wagwan. And then, of course, the injury by Kai Havertz. Arsenal had a board meeting. By the time the board meeting was done, Eze was a goddamn Arsenal player. So, I mean, you'll have to see that. I mean, those kind of stories where a player, just hell-bent on joining you and going through a few niggles here and there in terms of making the deal happen, and then eventually joining, going back to his boyhood club. You love to see that. Not gonna lie. You absolutely love to see that. And that's exactly what happened with Eberechi Eze. He's gone back to his boyhood club. Our new number 10. I'll be honest, he's gonna kick ass. My God, he's gonna kick ass. I can't wait. And then he's coming on just in time after Odegaard has gotten a knock. or got an injury, and Saka. Now, apparently, the Saka and Odegaard's injuries are not going to be long-lasting injuries. I don't know how long, but they are not long-term injuries. So maybe you're talking maybe 2 to 4 weeks. I expect to be that, right? So, interestingly, I mean, Saka got taken off. We brought in Max Doman, or Matchweek went to the right. He played well on the right. Max Doman came on. Our 15-year-old made his Premier League debut, got an assist. That boy, oi, Max Doman, bro. He's going to be a problem. The second youngest player to ever feature in a Premier League match. He's second because the youngest player is called Ethan Nwaneri for the Arsenal. You understand? So I feel like that's proper marketing for our academy. That's just fantastic. Nwaneri came on, he played quite well when he came on for Odegaard. So, I mean, we're looking good. Not gonna lie. We're looking good. Gyokeres with a brace. Just the way you love to see it. The kind of goal that you are being told he can do it. Being on the left-hand side, cutting in and, whipping it into the bottom of the net. Fantastic. You love to see that. We want to see more of that. Obviously, he's not going to be getting most of those. But, yes, now that one is out. All those guys who are coming in with this one. Where you are right now. Some guys were saying that Gyokeres moved from this to this. Them jabronis, where you are right now. Go happy. Yeah, that one has been quickly taken away. No James Bond countdown for my man. No, not at all. Now we take this ones to likes of Sesko. We take this ones to likes of Florian Wirtz and them, man. You understand? So very good performance by Arsenal all around. Just a bit, what do you call it? Just a bit, imespoiliwa tu kidogo by the injuries you could argue for Saka and Odegaard, but otherwise, 5-star performance. Elsewhere, on Saturday, we had teams like Bournemouth. Bournemouth beat, I think, Aston Villa. No, it's Brentford who beat Aston Villa. Kind of caught me by surprise, they're not going to lie. Just like how Burnley beat Sunderland 2-0. I didn't see that one coming. That was a bit unexpected. Bournemouth were playing against who? Bournemouth walicheza na nani, and they won 1-0. Bournemouth beat Wolves. Yes. Aston Villa losing to Brentford. I didn't see that one coming as well. I actually thought Brentford would go and get beat. That was a bit shocking. And then Spurs winning at Manchester City at Etihad Stadium. I didn't see that one coming as well. Man City, I don't understand. I feel like for me what happened against Manchester City on Saturday was just a vindication of things that I've been suspecting about City. Defensively, they are not good. I don't trust them defensively. Attacking-wise, they look a bit blunt. I don't know if it's the KDB effect or because Chucky did not cook. Chucky did not cook in that match, let's be honest. Phil Foden, when he came on, he didn't do nothing. Rodri, he did not start. Maybe you could argue that. Maybe once he started, we may be seeing something different. But, oi, it's not looking good at Manchester City, man. Your first game at home and you have lost. I don't know, looking a bit suspect. But could be progress because, last season they lost 4-0 to Spurs. Now they have lost 2-0. So maybe the next game, they go 0-0. And then the other one, now they win 2-0 or something. You understand? Just like Manchester United, there's some progress in there. Manchester United, before the game, they were 18th. After the game, they were 16th. Looks like progress to me, if you ask me. But, of course, don't forget, Man United's favorite position is 15th, so they still have some work to do to get there. So, it's not all bad for them. So, yeah, today we shall be having Newcastle up against Liverpool at 10 p.m. It's going to be tasty. I can't wait for that. It's going to be fire. This week, don't be on the lookout. Don't fail to check out Extra Digest Podcast. We're shooting today on location at Bar Next Door because we'll be at Bar Next Door on Sunday, this coming Sunday, 31st, when Arsenal clashes with Liverpool. It's going to be fire, that one. It's going to be fire. But they got some small work to do at St. James's Park. We'll be keeping our eyes open for that one. Yebo, all right? Now, there's only one thing left to do for you. Subscribe to the channel.